to become a value creator. Remember, guys, money's a byproduct of value creation. Episode 107. How you doing, brother Sam?
Excelentemente bien.
Excelentemente bien. Do you know the 5 pillars, Sam,
Yes,
already?
I do.
What are the 5 pillars, Sam?
Spiritually.
Espiritualmente. You gotta learn
Mentally.
them in Spanish, Sam. Come
All
on,
right.
bro.
Spiritualmente.
Espiritualmente,
Mentalmente,
mentalmente,
physicalmente,
emocionalmente,
financialmente.
financieramente.
That's it.
You see, you're getting yourself out of your comfort
Yeah,
zone.
I'm trying.
See,
I'm
we
doing
don't
it.
use words. We're not trying. We getting it done.
Yeah, I'm getting it done.
Right?
Next time I'll do it all in Spanish from the
Quien
beginning.
no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. In English,
He who does not live to serve does not deserve to live.
welcome to episode 107 of the CMR Podcast Network. Today, we're talking about why you need to become a value creator. In any industry or area of life, being able to create value sets you apart, opens doors, and drives success. This episode will explore what it means to be a value creator and how this mindset shift can change your personal and professional life. Simple mindset shift from money is a byproduct of value creation will change your whole life. You focus on creating value. In another word, focus on becoming a value creator. Your whole life is going to change. But people were trained to focus on chasing the money. And when they chase the money, guess what happens, Sam? What do you think happens?
Nothing good.
The money runs away from them.
Yes. Can't
They're
chase the
exchanging
money.
time for money. And that's not the way to do it.
No.
With money, you can buy people's time. Right? Or with money, you can make more money. Or how can we print money, Sam?
With an idea.
With an idea. Most people would think that's a scam or that's illegal. But we can close the distance between an idea and money. That's what makes us successful in this organization. Because we create business or real estate opportunities that help build our network and income while everyone else is trained to look for work. Right?
Yes.
Something simple. Creating opportunities. It's simple, but for a man or a woman to be able to create opportunity, you have to use your imagination.
Yes.
4 levels of value creation. We operate from the imagination. Why? Because we bring people in the elevator, right?
Yes.
And then the minute we imagine the idea, right, that we use the 6th sense, shout out to Think and Grow Rich. It doesn't say work.
Shout out to Think and Grow Rich.
It doesn't say work and grow rich.
Right. Yes.
Then we basically communicate the idea. Jeff Bezos did it like that. Mark Zuckerberg did it like that. Bill Gates did it like that. Every successful, believe it or not, man that supposedly says they're self-made, that they started from nothing. When they say they started from nothing, that's what they mean. They became value creators, created value by taking an idea and turning it into reality.
Yes.
Right? So let's start. Understanding the concept of value creation. What does value creation mean? Value creation is about making a positive impact, solving problems, or fulfilling needs. It's the foundation of lasting success. My question to you, Brother Sam, is what does it mean to create value in different areas of life? But before you answer the question, introduce yourself to the world.
Yes. My name is Sam the Investor. I work on a variety of different businesses, do different things to try to add value, create value, bring value to the world. And I have a podcast, Capital Games, on the CMR Podcast Network. So if you want some more information about investing and businesses, tune in. I'll be happy to share anything that I can. And I'm going to have a variety of different guests on from different industries covering a bunch of different topics.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
So my question once again is, what does it mean to create value in different areas of life?
So creating value or being a value creator is basically giving something to the world that people find useful, right? Some will say what we're doing right now is value creation, right? Because we're working on the mental side of things and really helping people, giving them useful things that they could bring to their lives and then now implement, and then hopefully spark an idea that they could then create value with as well. So value creation is really just bringing something to the world of usefulness.
Thank you. And believe it or not, a lot of people might think, maybe this video might not be valuable, because it all depends. It's all perspective, right?
Right.
Most people, depending their level of understanding,
Yes.
how they perceive the world, perceive just anything, right? You could learn something from literally everybody, right? We wouldn't be sitting here if we really genuinely wouldn't want the best for people, if it makes sense. We want to pay it forward, right? You're an experienced man yourself.
Correct.
I know God also has gave me a lot of experience as well.
Yes.
But everybody that also comes to the podcast in some way, shape, or form has experience
Yes.
as well, right? And I know for a fact that a man or woman in the right circle, believe it or not, will literally be able to bring different perspective to the world just because they're around a circle that empowers them. I don't know if that makes sense with everything I'm saying.
Yes,
right?
makes a lot of sense.
So providing value over seeking benefits. Focus on how you can serve others or contribute meaningfully rather than solely on personal gain. How does focusing on value over self-benefit lead to success?
Well, when you're focusing on value, you're bringing something to the world or to the marketplace. You're solving a problem. You are helping somebody with a situation that they may have, and if you do that, then the money just comes because of the value creation. You mentioned Think and Grow Rich, and I'm about halfway through it right now. But I think back to the chapter where they talked about Charles Schwab and how he basically had an idea to basically bring all the steel production in the United States together. And he had to literally speak in front of all the millionaires, and there was this big banquet that they had, and he had to sell all these different millionaires on why they should actually join forces together and unify the U.S. Steel, so that way now they can create a company called U.S. Steel, and it actually became one of the biggest companies that were ever created. And he actually had to convince Andrew Carnegie, who was his mentor, to sell a portion of his different steel companies in order to make that happen, and also had to sell J.P. Morgan to be the financier, of that. But that idea, he got Andrew Carnegie to sell, I think, his stuff for about $400 million, and then J.P. Morgan Chase said to him, "I would have given you $500 million." And
he would have given more.
He would have given more, and that company ended up being $1 billion. So he created about $600 million worth of value. And this is back in 1900s. So those numbers now are far skewed because of inflation. But just from an idea, and him creating the idea created so much value for so many people, created so many jobs, created a brand new industry, and U.S. Steel became the #1 manufacturer of steel throughout the world. And it was just a huge company. So how an idea and value creation really works.
If you reflect, good thing that you brought that up.
Yeah.
And if you guys literally check everything we're doing, we're innovating.
Yeah.
I'm an innovator, and I proved it to myself. Like, everything I do is always outside the box, right? And believe it or not, a lot of people think the biggest problem in the world is global warming, and they have all their priorities. I'm not going to say wrong, but they have their focus in the wrong areas, right? When we humans, we focus on, believe it or not, and we get to the root of everything, because everything started from an idea, if it makes sense, right? Remember, God is a creator. He made us in his image. We're also creators as well. So the imagination is literally the preview. Albert Einstein. Imagination is the preview to life's
what's to come.
Life's expectations.
Okay.
So if you guys could Google it or something,
Yes.
But you know what I mean?
Steve Harvey mentions it as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Albert Einstein. Imagination is life's preview to the future, something like that. Right. But going back into value creation, the true measure of wealth is how much you'd be worth if you lost all your money. Once again, that's deep, and most people won't get this. And that's why, shout out to Manny for picking up the books today. You picked it up, Manny? Huh? Oh, you and Andy? So good. See, Manny is also now, as a leader, creating leaders. Now he's taking initiative, because that's the goal, right? He picked out this book, You Suddenly Lose Everything, 30 days. What will you do from day 1 to day 30 to save yourself, right? So you suddenly lose all your money along with your name and reputation, your list, products, and everything. All you have left is a ClickFunnels account, internet access, a roof over your head, food to eat, and 30 days to make money. You have no more relationships or JV affiliates. What will you do from day one? Day one? Day one? Shout out to Deandi, Day One podcast. To day 30 to save yourself. In another word, whoever reads this book right here, see, this is value creation. This book right here will help you go from an idea, literally from scratch, to literally millionaire or whatever. You got me? And even Myron Golden has a
book like that.
No. He's in this book.
It was in this book, okay.
Yes, because these are a few guys that, look, 30 days in compilation of their day-to-day plans to rebuild their businesses and lives from scratch. Once again, to rebuild their businesses and lives from scratch. Use them as a guide to grow an existing business, rebuild from the ground up, or launch a new long-lasting funnel from $0 to $1 million or more. Each 30-day blueprint is proof that you're truly just one funnel away. In another way, one funnel, which I'll say it on camera, I haven't done it myself, right? But these are things that we're going to be doing as an organization, right? Creating a ClickFunnels account, right? Taking certain things, ideas, to obviously to reality. But we need the ads. You got me? What I'm saying?
Yes.
So, making a long story short, the true measure of wealth is how much you'd be worth if you lost all your money. See, I'm always say one thing. Low key, believe it or not, I'm gonna be always one of the most wealthiest men alive. Because to make money, I don't need money. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, reflect, guys. Guys, if you need money to make money, you got a problem. That's why when it comes to business, every time I was gonna invest into a business, I always knew I could add value without even putting money. That's how I get percentages of businesses.
Right.
Get equity.
Private
equity. Equity is the name of the game.
Yeah.
If you could bring value, remember, I'm a value creator, right? Money's a byproduct of value creation. If I could bring my experience to the table, and you could bring, let's say you're an example, you're the investor, right? And then we got Deandi, Manny, and the rest of the people, they're going to bring their efforts.
Yes.
We connect the group and become one. Teamwork makes the dream work. Together, everyone achieves more, right? If you want to go fast, go alone. But if we want to go far, we go together. We could literally take things from an idea to reality. I don't know if it makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Right? But a lot of people think they just need money. Nah, bro, if you don't got the money, who got the money?
Right.
Right? If you don't got the experience, who got the experience?
Yep.
Who? Not how. We even did an episode. Who? Not how. So what else can you say again, Sam, why you need to become a value creator? So we could give a chance to the next person.
Yeah,
so you come along.
Yeah. So in short, I would say, like you just said, if you lost all your money tomorrow, if you're truly a value creator, you can get it back because you're going to be able to create something and add value to a situation where the money will come back. Money is a byproduct of value creation. So if you can become a value creator, you're always going to have money. Money is not going to be the issue. So focus on becoming a value creator. That way you never have to worry about how much money you have or don't have.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Sam is going to be on this episode back again. So guys, keep tuning in, share, like, subscribe. And I'll promise you that, believe it or not, this video, just like all the other videos, success leaves clues. Whoever doesn't think success leaves clues, hey, you could judge the messenger. But if you pay attention to the message, your life will change. How you doing, Deandi?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Positivo y productivo.
Positive and productive. You see, positive. Actitud mente positiva. Number one steps to riches.
Correct.
Attitude, right? So.
Productive got the word product in it. Los 5 pilares, spiritually, espiritualmente, connection with God and getting to know thyself daily. Mentalmente, the more you learn, the more you earn. Leaders are readers. Our mind is our most powerful tool. You said the biggest problem in the world is our mind. It's a mind problem. Físicamente, health is the ultimate wealth. It's a shame for a man or a human or a woman to go old without reaching physical greatness. Emocionalmente, estamos en crecimiento, no en sentimiento. Y financieramente, why you need to be a value creator. Tap in.
God wants each of us to be obsessively preoccupied with the needs and desires of his other children. That means God gave you talents, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to use those talents, those gifts that he gave you, to give them back to others. If you give your talents and gifts back to others, believe it or not, guess what's gonna happen? What do you think? Huh?
I don't know.
Your life is gonna be literally joy. You're gonna live in abundance. Why? Because the parable of the talents. I feel like the parable of the talents in the Bible is one of my favorite.
Parables.
Yeah, you remember when God gave a few people X amount of talents. Some people use them, multiply them. Some people just put them in a drawer. You know what I mean? When God came back, the people that put them in the drawer, they thought that God was going to be happy with them. And God, and when God asked what you guys did with the talent, some people say, "Oh, look, I actually multiply them. You know, got a few more talents." And some people, "Oh God, look my talent. I had it in a drawer, saved it because I didn't want to lose it." You see, if God gave you talents, it's to use them.
Multiply.
It's to multiply them, right? So that's my mission right now. I want to multiply myself, right? I have to be consistent. I have to multiply myself. And that's how we reinvest. CMR, right? But we got to create, we got to market, and then we got to repeat. Also, you see, I use even letters to just guide me. Necessary, possible, impossible. I simplify everything in life to 3 steps. When I'm creating value, I simplify it to 3 steps. What's necessary? What's possible? And what's the impossible? And believe it or not, the impossible is always my favorite one. Because impossible says I'm possible. I like focusing on what people think is the impossible. That's my strength, right? If people think that, you know, getting the money is literally the hardest thing, I'm going to literally get the money 1, 2, 3. That's why I tell people, develop your communication skills. Develop, believe it or not, your character. Because your character, notice how in this book it said, shout out to Russell Brunson, right? It said, once again, you suddenly lose all your money along with your name and reputation. Along with your what?
Name and reputation.
Along with your name and your reputation. Now you understand why I don't care about reputation? And Russell Brunson, you remember that day, I said it even on a podcast, his son was having a wrestling match. And some kid, his son is like 14. And some kid literally tried to, I don't know, I don't want to say cheer, I don't know what the fuck happened. I just saw the little 30-second clip. When he saw his son, you know, with una llave, how do you call that? Locked.
Headlock.
With like a headlock.
Almost
as a father, you're going to react. Huh? Right? What do you think he did? You saw the video.
Yeah, he
right?
jumped in.
He jumped in, right? Everybody talking crap about him. People that, oh, they're not going to do business with him. He doesn't give a fuck. He's going to be a billionaire. He's close to a billionaire. He probably got to be a billionaire right now. Without saying it. He is up there, if it makes sense. Because what he created has impacted, literally, he's helped people become multi-millionaires. So, of course, you're going to become a billionaire. But in another word, it was good that this book, he talks about reputation. You lose your reputation. Understand, reputation is what people say about you, right? And your reputation is always going to be different depending who talks about you, right? That's why I tell people, do not focus on your reputation. Focus on your character. Character is what you say about yourself. So if a man or a woman says Carlos is a mamahuevo, believe him. I'm serious. If they tell you Carlos is a dickhead, believe him. Whatever they tell you about Carlos, believe him. Right? And remember one thing, every story has a what?
2 sides.
It has the what?
Oh, it has 3 sides.
It has the what?
The two people.
And the truth.
Correct.
Right?
And there's a saying when it comes to the character, when you lose money, you lose nothing.
But if you lose your character, you lose everything.
Right. When you lose your health, you lose something, and then you lose your character, you lose everything.
Health is wealth. If you got literally 1,000 worries, right, and you got your health, you don't remember your health. And that's where people are at. But if you lose your health, you forget about the other 1,000 worries. So that's why I focus on my health. Everything else follows. So domino effect. But people do the opposite. Wealth first, Then they forget about their health. By the end of the day, they're already tired. Because a day off. Oh, there's no day off. Consistency is what? Every single day. We show up every day in this. Imagine in everything else. Right?
Right.
A man or a woman says a lot by their consistency. That's why I don't trust a man or a woman that take a day off in whatever they want to accomplish. If you want to accomplish it should be every day. And I'm going to put it in perspective. You want that first home, you're not devoting at least 30 minutes. 30 minutes is 2% of your day to literally Zillow, to literally, trying to see what realtor you could drain. I'm pretty sure Sam is not going to get drained because I told Sam, and I'm telling you on camera, when you guys are going to talk real estate, talk on video. This was not recorded as well. Not remember. That way, you could play the student, he plays the teacher, and you guys play a role, right? I don't know if that makes sense.
Create value for each other.
Yes, create value for the world.
Win-win.
Win-win, right? This was not recorded.
Not
remember. We're in the content creation game, right? So going back, let me talk about opening doors through contribution. When you provide value, people notice. And this opens doors to opportunities that may not have been available otherwise. My question to you is, how does creating value lead to more opportunities?
When you create value, it's not about creating value for yourself, but create value for others. Because then you're gonna become valuable in their life. Like Dr. Miles Monroe got a quote that impacted me is, most people seek to become successful, but seek to become valuable. That's how you say it don't matter if you lose everything. Once you're valuable, you could create value anywhere you go in. There's 4 levels of value creation. You create on the implementation, that's how you're gonna get rewarded. If you're a businessman or a leader, you're going to work from unification. But once you have your communication, you could pitch that idea. You could pitch that dream of yours to others,
my brother's getting the game.
And then imagination. Once you have think and grow rich, it doesn't say work hard and grow rich. So if you're a visionary, which is a skill set that I give you your flowers, you are a visionary. So once you have that talent and that gift and you sharpen it daily, then
vision-driven leader.
Create value.
It's better to read a book 100 times than reading one book one time, 100 books one time. Certain things, see, you got to approach it different.
Repetition.
Right? Oh, damn, I forgot one thing I was going to say. I was going to say this. We get paid in direct proportion to the difficulties of the problems we solve. You see, I'm all about solving difficult problems. If it's easy, I don't want to do it. I don't like literally, covering little fires. Give me the biggest fire. Because, Carlo, but there's a lot of little fires. I don't want to do them. Let somebody else stop those little fires. Let the whole forest fucking burn. Give me the biggest fire. Everything I do in life is like a domino effect. I focus on the big picture, right? And that thing takes care of itself. So as a leader's number one task, remember, there's daily tasks, value, time. You guys should read this book. Sam, I highly recommend this book to you too. Page 27. Are you a leader or a manager? Value and time. That's the
page you showed last year.
Yeah, right? Working on your vision stands out as the most important task on a leader's list. Remember, you got your time. Time is not money. With money, you could buy what?
People's time.
You could buy people's time. Or with money, you could make money. Right? Or with an idea, you could what?
Make money.
Make money. So value, this is how you create value with your time. Obviously, when the secret to your success is on your daily calendar. And your daily calendar is your habits, believe it or not. Then your weekly objectives, quarterly goals, annual plans, company vision, right? So I focus on the overall, but then I bring the drone down. Like, makes sense or no?
You work backwards.
I work backwards. So I start with end in mind. Shout out to the book, also The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That book, one of the 7 habits of highly effective people is basically being, apart from being proactive, be proactive, not reactive, is start with end in mind. Everything I do, I start with Z. Obviously, letter A is important. Right? I already know my letter A, but then I go to Z. And then I reverse engineer. I don't know if that makes sense. So when it comes to creating any business, I focus, okay, if it's the money, okay, what target money you want? What are your make goals? So if it's $1 million, so you say, okay, $1 million, you write it down. That's the reward, right? Now you got to say on the other side of the scale, what's the value I have to create to get that $1 million? When it comes to the value that you got to create, you could either solve $1 million problem, right? Or a billionaire or multi-millionaire person that will give you $1 million, right? Or you could basically what? Borrow the money. There's different creative ways on how you could get the money, the $1 million, right? Or you could get it from customers, right? So you got to solve a problem for X amount of customers, right? If you do, let's say, for example, 333 customers at 3,333, you got the point or no?
Yeah.
So you'll get the $1 million, right? Because $3,333 dollars every single day. That let's say that's profit, and you're getting that from one customer. And there's 365 days in a year. You'll make $1 million plus in 1 year. So this is where the book Think and Grow Rich comes along. If you tell yourself you're gonna do something in 30 years, it'll take you 30 years. If you say you want to become a millionaire in 30 years, it'll take you 30 years, right? But if you say it'll take me a year, it'll take you a year. Because now you got to reverse engineer. You got to divide $1 million into 365 days. So now you understand how I could basically print money. Because printing money is an idea. But you got to literally have the right mindset. Like you got to be able to think properly to be able to structure the plans. Have a map, massive action plan, right? Map. Make sense? Right? So attracting partnerships and resources. Creating value attracts others who want to work with you, invest in you, or support your goals. See, that's how you print money. Attracting partnerships and resources. Just like I spoke with Sam, you got me when we were talking, he was talking about Charles Schwab, right? Andrew Carnegie, and JP Morgan, right? Mm-hmm. How that partnership, once again, creating value attracts others who want to work with you, right? Invest in you, support your goals. Make sense? My question to you is, why does contributing attract the right partnerships and resources?
When you contribute, then you're gonna differentiate from the quality or quantity. Because when you're your authentic self and you're contributing, you're not gonna want nobody in your ear. As a leader, you don't like being told what to do. So everybody likes to work in their own way, type of thing. But I feel when you contribute, I'm the type of person when I contribute, I do it wholeheartedly. So when I do something, I don't want nobody in my ear. Obviously, constructive criticism is key, but when you bring value to the table, people are going to see it. Even if they get mad for you trying.
Let me give you more clarity.
Well, I want to see your perspective.
Let me give you more clarity. Once again, attracting partnerships and resources.
Yeah.
Pay attention to this, because this could change your life and it could also change other people's life. So it's good that you didn't give me what I wanted it to hear.
Okay.
Right? Creating value attracts others who want to work with you, invest in you, or support your goals. Why does contributing attract the right partnerships and resources? Meaning, you want me to give you more clarity? Yeah. Meaning, when you approach people from, hey, I created this idea, right? And you align that idea, that vision, and you try to basically tell them, hey, do you want to be part of this? Well, you already know they value that same thing that you basically value. For example, the NBA Fitness Club, right? Shout out to Sam, which he's still looking, right, Sam, or no? Right? But guess what? I don't depend on just Sam. I'm looking myself, which I got a crazy, nice location. The whole building, look. Put my camera. I already showed you. You got me? Brand new building, brand new parking lot. It makes LA Fitness look a dollar bill, yo. Serious. If it makes sense. So matter of fact, we should go see it after this. Man, when it comes to vision ideas, see, this is why if I go show you guys will be more motivated. And you guys will be able to see as vision-driven leaders also, because I'm not the only one. You guys also are vision-driven leaders, right? How we create an asset from scratch. Because that building, I'm pretty sure we could do a partnership with the owners. I don't know if it makes sense, right? Because it has the big sign. It's brand new, bro. Literally, I saw the NBA Fitness Club, bro, completely, bro. Brand spanking new, bro. Like, oh my God, fell in love with the area. Like, literally, bro, that God sent us that. And everything started with what? With an idea. But everything started with a problem. So life is all perspective. Where people used to see problems, oh, LA Fitness closed their gym, no problem. What's the solution? We got to open our own gym. Notice how I said we. I didn't say me. I said we. Why do you think I said we?
You want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
If you
Teamwork makes the dream
convert,
work.
like, flip it around, we, it says me.
Flip the W, yeah.
Yeah, right? I don't like me. I like leverage. Who? Not how. Who's going to run it? Who can I basically partner up that would also invest on it? You got me? I'd rather have 1% of something big than 100% of something small, right? But going back, you don't get paid by the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour, right? So in another word, I'm going to use myself as an example. When I say in an hour I could make 250 grand, I don't get paid for the hour. I get paid for the value I could create in that 1 hour. And if you guys don't believe me, I want you, everybody, all you guys, to sit with me for an hour in your podcast so I could create value for an hour where we can name that episode Creating Value with Carlos, something, whatever would you guys want to name it, of how I could basically bring you $1 million worth of gain in 1 hour. I don't know if it makes sense. Like a map, a detailed plan, me putting myself in your shoes, me putting myself in your shoes, me putting myself in your shoes, like in each person's shoes, so you can see how creative I am, right? Because remember, everybody's different. Everybody, values different stuff. Even though we all are in the same mission, we want to help people accomplish their dreams, right? Everybody has also different tastes, different dreams, believe it or not, right?
Right.
Right?
And with that being said, $1 million worth of game coming on Day One Podcast, going to be the name of the episode.
Oh, you see?
$1 million worth of game. I want to be a trillionaire, not because of the money, but the person is going to take of me to become, and also the lives I'm going to impact along the way. But you also got to start small to work your big, because he says, Gianni thinks too big sometimes. You got to focus on the steps to take you there. So $1 million worth of game coming soon. Thank you, bro.
No problem. Thank you. Remember, guys, you don't get paid by the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. I've never sold my time for dollars. Never sold an hour in exchange for money. Fuck I look like, Manny. Have you sold your time for money?
Of course.
Why, Manny?
Because I work for others. I work for
you, bro. I work for others, but not selling my time for money.
I sell my time for
How
money.
you doing today, Manny?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Espiritualmente, you gotta have that connection with God, because God makes you want it, but you have to go get it.
Ooh, I like it.
God gives you the value. You just gotta go create it. We got mentalmente. Mentally.
Come on, Manny. See, Manny's the perfect example of a man. You got me the straight up. Hey, guys, can you put his camera? Who's flipping the camera? The world didn't see what was happening with Manny. He was choking on his own communication.
Mentalmente.
You be choking on your own communication, bro.
Mentalmente. Físicamente. You gotta... I forgot my whole speech.
Come on, bro. Just let it loose. Let it out.
Físicamente, emocionalmente, financieramente, porque el que no vive para servir no sirve para vivir.
Thank you, Manny. Let's talk about developing skills to increase your value, Manny. I think this will help you. Developing your skills to increase your value, right? Right? Investing in your skills and knowledge, constantly learning and growing enhances your ability to create value and offer something unique. My question to you is, Manny, how does skill development make you a stronger value creator?
How does skill development value? Well,
because your skills are normally barbering, right?
Right.
Right? What type of skills do you think I have? The little you know me.
You have a lot of skills.
How you know that?
Because the confidence you give off and
Maybe I could be lying.
the awareness you give off.
Maybe I could be lying.
You could be.
Yo, it's crazy, and it's a good thing that we're talking about this. Whoever haven't studied Henry Ford, whoever haven't studied John D. Rockefeller, I highly recommend to study just Henry Ford, automotive, and John D. Rockefeller, because they share something unique, and I have that same quality. They have the ability to what? Guess what? Use other people, right? Leverage other people's experience and leverage other people overall, resources, money, overall, everything to get something done. That's some type of different of intelligence. I don't know if it makes sense.
It does.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you're able to know and have the ability to spot out people's talents, people's skills, and use them not just towards your advantage, but use them for their advantage and for the world, and help between a group, maximize that all those skills, like put everybody together in one, team with one vision, alignment, right? Magic happens. The power of the mastermind and Think and Grow Rich. It's the same thing. You get a few people, you get me? Because when you basically align a few people, at the end of the day, it becomes one mind. And when you become one mind, God makes magic. Yo, you want me to tell you something, a secret about God?
Wow.
He loves when people work together. He loves when people, exchange their skill sets, their talents. When they help each other. Like, if you're a barber, okay, I need a haircut. If I know I got X my talents, I know you need ta. It's the same thing. God loves that. When you basically combine those things, magic, bro. Magic. Shout out to The Secret. Also, they wrote Rhonda She also wrote the book The Magic, which I highly recommend the book. Whoever haven't watched the movie The Secret, go watch it on the law of attraction, if it makes sense, right? So going back, Manny, building a competitive edge. We're talking about developing skills and to increase your value. Developing valuable skills make you indispensable and gives you an advantage in any field. What skills are essential for increasing your personal value, Manny?
Reading books. Those are habits reading books, working on your physical pillar.
But would those skills make you valuable in the marketplace?
In the market, well, it depends what you're just trying to solve people's problems. So like it could be anywhere from giving people haircuts to helping someone lift up heavy bags of cement.
You see, Manny, you got a worker mentality. See, most people were trained to be workers, like Manny, right? There's very few people that were trained to be what? Thinkers. The Strangest Secret. Whoever haven't listened to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, listen to it. 30-30. 30 minutes for 30 days. I'll promise you your whole life will change. 30 minutes, The Strangest Secret. Have you listened to The Strangest Secret?
I've heard it. You sent it to me. I
But
listened to it
how many times you've listened to it?
once.
Once? Why you didn't keep listening to it again for 30 days? You're not consistent.
No,
Admit it.
I'm not consistent listening to the audiobook.
You didn't see the value on it. See, I love people, the Mannys of the world. You're going to know this world that the people that need the content the most, need the stuff the most, they're the one that literally doesn't value the things the most. A man like myself, I still listen to The Strangest Secret. I still need that Strangest Secret at least once a month. Working out, man, just put those headphones, boom, Strangest Secret. You're working out 90 minutes a day. The first 30 minutes, I divided your workout into 3 sections. 30, 30, 30, right? First 30 minutes is what? Cardio, abs, and stretching, right? Then 30 minutes for one body part, 30 minutes for another body part. Unless it's legs or shoulder. Legs or shoulder, you do the whole 60 minutes, right?
Right.
Because you don't want to mess up your legs or your shoulders, right?
Right.
So the first 30 minutes, bro, listen to The Strangest Secret. I'll bet you anything your whole life is going to change. Because you're going to now have more awareness. So the more you learn, the more you earn. What else can you tell the world, Manny, when it comes to developing skills to increase your value?
I mean, there's a lot of skills, there's a lot of habits that you can obtain to create value.
What are the skills you're focused on right now?
Reading books and
Yeah, but reading books on what? To develop what skills?
financial literacy.
See, that's why people don't get the money, because they think reading books just on financial literacy are going to help you with your financial literacy. Sometimes you could literally be one of the most financial literacy man alive, like knowledgeable. But if you don't work on other skills like a positive mental attitude, your habits, your consistency, and your body, there's a lot of things that make a man or a woman successful. Not just one thing.
Principles. I mean, principles as well, though.
And the $5, have you been giving that every day?
Yeah.
He been giving the money every day. Yeah?
Yeah. He hasn't.
Okay. But you know that's a lesson.
Right.
100 days, man, he's been what? Giving $5 every day for a book that he bought for $500. So that was a $500 lesson. But believe it or not, if you read that book, you go through pain plus reflection equals progress. You'll become valuable. I'll promise you. Because Ray Dalio, in that book, he breaks down value creation. Right or wrong?
Right.
What page you in?
20.
No, I'm serious.
20.
How many pages per day do you read? You can laugh all you want, bro. You can laugh all you want. I'm good, bro. I'm good. That's all I'm gonna say. You might laugh. Whoever laughs at the end laughs better.
It's a fact.
Huh? See, I feel bad for people like you, bro. Like from the bottom of my heart, bro.
It's all right.
Huh?
It's all right because I'm not done.
You don't think I want the best for you, bro?
Of course.
Now, you wouldn't be sitting here, bro, if I wouldn't want the best for you.
I know.
Right? But I thank God and I thank you also, because I could use you as an example, of man that wants to, succeed. But sometimes you don't know the difference between work and play. And there's a lot of people like you out in this world. You got to know when to take things serious and when it's time to, to have fun. Most people, they don't know the difference between work and play. When it's work, it's work. When it's play, it's play. You got to know the difference. Nobody will take you serious. That's what character development is about. Imagine if my daughters or people around me, team or anybody, they don't know the difference between when Carlos is playing or when Carlos is fucking serious. Everybody and their mother would have took me as a fucking as a joke. Facts or no?
I understand, yeah.
Now, what's easier, to borrow $1 million or to work for $1 million?
To borrow.
Guess what? The way you're moving, you will never borrow $1 million. Nobody's gonna fucking trust you. Straight up.
I'm aware.
Huh?
I'm aware.
You want me to tell the world something? You could borrow more money through character than through credit. Excuse me. That's for me to know, for you guys to find out. Let me put this. That's deep what I just said. Most people would never get to that level. Once again, you could borrow more through character development, through the man you become, than through credit. Credit is the foundation of money, right? But understand, credit could only get you X much.
But when you're valuable, money is a byproduct of value creation.
That's why I said this, right? At the beginning, the true measure of wealth is how much you be worth if you lost all your money. Every day I love starting at zero. My money, I don't know. You got to pretend you don't got no money. So you keep that hunger. It's like basketball. Man, today was my worst day playing basketball. Shit. I missed every single fucking shot. Oh my God. I should be ashamed of myself. As a matter of fact, I'm putting myself in punishment. Straight up. Because I take pain and I reflect on that pain to reflect. I was doing chest and tricep. To make a long story short, I went to play basketball. I was shooting air ball. I didn't fucking throw the ball over the fucking rim because God was like, let me not embarrass you more. Literally, I'm like, what the heck? But then I reflected. First of all, no excuses. Because in life, you either got results or reasons. Right? You want to know something?
What?
I was physically in the basketball court But mentally, I was not in the basketball court. Bro, defense, I was not even, I don't play defense normally, straight up, right? I didn't even know what man I was fucking guarding. It was one of those days. Literally, I was all over the place. I literally had the Manny syndrome. You know the Manny syndrome? The new beginner syndrome? Manny, what else? Next. Wrap it up. Give yourself a little promo. A little ad right there. If you got to advertise yourself of how valuable you are, sell yourself right now. Let's see who could buy Manny.
Let's not go there right now. But I'm gonna promote myself with Consistency 360 because if you're consistent, creating value for yourself, then you're gonna attract everything you want in life. Life is gonna be.
I don't agree with Manny. If you're consistent creating value for others, not for yourself. Next. That's why this podcast is to literally break people's limiting belief. That's why Manny is not in the level that he wants to be at. With all due respect to him and to the world, right? If you help enough people get what they want, you're gonna get what you want. Zig Ziglar. That's the secret. Help enough people get what they want. Help people get from A to B from B to C, from C to D. That's how you do it. How you doing, Emily?
Excelentemente bien. Spiritually, espiritualmente, mentally, mentalmente, physically, físicamente, emotionally, emocionalmente, financially, financieramente, porque que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Because he who doesn't live to serve doesn't deserve living.
Also, serving is value creation. Huh?
Yeah.
How can I serve you? How can I help you? Notice, if you literally approach others, how can I help you? How can I serve you? That's translation. I'm a man of value in this area, right? And I could help you on whatever problems or whatever thing you need because you're come to me. I don't know if it makes sense, right?
Sense. Yeah.
That's how come you got to become a value creator, right? Mm-hmm. So Emily, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
But before I ask you a question, let's break down the segment. Let's talk about solving problems for others, right? People pay for solutions, not problems. Once again, people pay for solutions, not problems, right? Value creation is rooted in understanding others' needs and solving their problems, making you an asset. There's people that are assets and there's people that are what? Liabilities. We got to literally remove ourselves from people that are what? Why? Because liabilities, they drain you. They take away from you. They just energy drainers. They're vacuums, right?
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Yeah.
But assets are the opposite.
Yeah.
They put into you.
Yeah.
They add to you.
Yeah.
Or they multiply. See, I don't add in people's life. I proudly say it. I don't come to people's life to add. I'm not an adder. I'm a multiplier. Anything I touch, I multiply. I have all my life doing that. And I will continue doing that as long as God wants that, if it makes sense. So my question to you is, why is solving problems the foundation of value creation? Why is solving problems the foundation of value creation? Don't wish for less problem. Wish for more skills to solve not your problems, but solve other people's problems, which is going to what? Like a boomerang.
Yeah,
you solve their problem, automatically the rewards come right back to you. Because what you sow is what you reap.
Yeah. Can you repeat the question?
Why is solving problems the foundation of value creation?
Okay. When you learn how to solve problems, you are creating value for that person because they don't know how to solve the problem they have in the moment. They just want you or want someone to solve the problem for them because they don't have the skill to solve them. So when you learn to solve those problems for them, you are bringing value to their life and you are a valuable person for them and for others.
Manny, can you bring me a water, please?
That's
God,
value.
thank you. Walmart, thank you. ShopRite, from where that water came. Thank you to the river. Thank you to the people that literally, in the factory where they're basically, embottling those bottles of water. Thank you, Manny. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, all you guys. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Jandy. Thank you, world. Thank you, even the people that are not even here. I'm forever grateful and thankful with everybody. A through Z, doesn't matter who. I'm beyond thankful. Like, look how accessible the water is. Who created this value? See, 80% of the body is water. Imagine us having to go get the water. There's a famous saying, you could lead the water, you could lead the horse to the water, but you cannot make him drink it. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So, Mike, did you answer the question?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Thank you. You answered the question right now. Manny answered it too. I'm drinking water.
Yeah.
Clean water. It's easy to literally do nothing and just get water
Yeah.
without doing anything. Right?
Yeah.
Somebody created the value. Somebody created the value. In the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, who hasn't read it? I highly recommend you guys to read it. In the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, there's a story of two guys. Tell the story. I really want my students to tell the stories.
Okay. I know in Spanish, but let me see if I can explain in English. It's where two guys that live in a village that didn't have water
Yes.
to deliver for them. So the the mayor of the people in charge of that city, they asked to a group of people if they are willing to bring water and they will get paid. So two person start taking action. One lived for 6 months and the other one took charge right away, bringing water from the river to the people. And the other one, when he come back, he bring a system that bring water directly to the village from the river. He found investor that invest to the idea. He didn't need to like stay all night like the other guy because he already have a system that worked for him to bring water to the system. It was more cheaper than the other guy that he need to work for that water, wake up every day early to bring that water to the village and water cost more. But when it was a time when he told to his children to come back after finish college to keep the post that he already made, but her children never came. So he asked himself why they didn't came if this was a good business for them to keep going. So he works all of his life doing the Yajes work, like just so.
The burro work.
Yeah.
Working hard instead of working smart. Emily, from 1 to 10, you did 1 trillion. May God bless you. You will accomplish all your dreams and goals. That story, I leverage you to say it because you said it better than how I was going to say it. You went in detail. Wow. Well, you see, I had the idea, but you brought the story. So sometimes when you're with the right people, all you got to, as a vision-driven leader, is just have that idea, have the thought, and then have somebody else water the thought in order to make that thought a story. Because we day trade attention, but understand something, World and Emily. You know what's attention? Or currency. But guess what? Money is a byproduct of value creation, right? Business is spiritual, right? Business is either you're selling a product or a service. But in today's modern world, you're selling what? Your knowledge, your experience, your stories, or other people's stories. That story right there, if it doesn't impact all these jahish, burro, working hard, business owners working hard inside the business instead of working on the business and leveraging investors, working smart, not hard, doing it in the big scale. Not like Jay Andy said, oh, I think big. No. One thing is what you say. Another thing is what you do. Then he contradicts himself that everything you got to start small. No, I don't start small. It's either I do it big from day -0, go big, or go home. That story, how she said it, guys, how she said it. Amazing. You got me? I'm serious. You're going to be able to replay this back 10, 20, 30, 50 years from now. You're going to be proud of yourself. Your legacy is simple. We wanted to be at a level we no longer need to introduce ourselves. But believe it or not, every video we do, okay, we're here for an hour, right? But I'm going to tell you something. It's not being played for an hour. Es mentira. Que CMR Podcast Network is getting at least 1,000 literally different people a day playing all the videos. It could be, okay, this video, it might get played, since it's new, 50 to 100 times, right? But remember, every day, one video leads to another video.
Yeah.
I don't even make sense,
Makes sense.
right?
Yeah.
So, hey, this is like, know, and trust. People like you.
They get to know you.
If people like you, they'll listen to you.
Yeah, they listen
And
to
if,
you.
believe it or not, even if people don't like you, they'll listen to you, Emily. Let me shut up. You know why?
Why?
Solving problems for others. They know I solve their problem. Their fucking mental problem. They know I'm the only guy that stimulates their fucking poor scarcity mindset. You know what poor means? Passing opportunities over repeated. Emily, they want the dream home, the dream car, without starting the dream business. And then when they start, they don't want to finish. They want everything overnight, Emily. What comes last in the list?
Money.
But guess what, Emily? You help them get the money.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what?
What?
When a man with money or a woman with money meets a man with experience, where the money's going to go back?
To the man with experience.
And the man with the
Money will get experience.
But guess what? They don't even want the experience. They don't understand that life is an exchange of value. If I have the experience, once again, remember, I said something. You don't get paid, so I don't get paid by the hour.
Mm-hmm.
I get paid for the value I bring in the hour. So I could charge a man or woman $1 million with no problem. If they're willing to pay, I'll make the money. Is that a scam?
No.
They're still confused about money, right?
Yeah.
If I'm able to solve, let's use Manny as an example, his problems, because we're talking about solving problems for others.
Yeah.
Manny, just being around me. Nah, let me use you. Just being around me, solving problems for others. How many problems have I solved for you? And I don't like taking credit. Because God is using me, right? Just how God is going to use you. I don't know if it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
How many problems have I solved for you? Just you being around me.
What I can say is that I cannot count because we're on a lot of problems, even with my mindset before and my limiting beliefs. You solve a lot of problems. I cannot count them.
Thank God for using me. But now you got to pay it back. Pay it forward. As a leader, we're creating leaders that are supposed to be what? Creating leaders that are supposed to be creating leaders.
Yeah.
Becoming a go-to problem solver. People gravitate towards those who can provide solutions. And this builds trust and loyalty. How does becoming a reliable problem solver make you indispensable? Shout out to the Carlos of the world. Mentira.
When you are reliable and you're always consistency and know how to solve problems, people will going to you to solve those problems because you already know for the problems you can solve and the solutions you bring to the table.
Don't wish for less problem. Wish for more skills to solve not just your problem, but solve other problems in the marketplace. That's how come I said to myself at a very young age, I will become one of the most valuable mans alive, humans alive. Any man or woman that I touch, I leave them better than how I found them. You could either tip them or you tip them. Once again, you could either tip them money, instant gratification, or give them a tip that could impact their life for a lifetime. What you think people rather have?
The money.
The money, because people have an instant gratification. Shout out to Tiffany Cass, Jasmine. We did an episode. Instant gratification, instant wins, or delayed wins. Forgot, but tag the episodes too, if it makes sense. Yeah. If you help people get what they need, they'll help you get what you need. That's deep. You know what people need right now, Emily? They need their personal brand. I need that. I need that. Manny, what you need? Your personal brand. We all need to understand the importance of branding. As CEOs of our own company, we need to be head marketer for the brand called Us. Es mentira.
Es verdad.
Huh?
Es verdad.
Can I be myself?
Yeah. That's the point.
Huh?
That's the point.
Should I care if people want me to be a different person?
No.
Their opinion of me is none of my fucking business. Their opinion of me is their fucking business. So when you motherfuckers or bitches have a problem with me, that's your motherfucking problem, not my fucking problem. It was solved that quick. That's how easy to solve a fucking problem. Easy. That's how easy. How you doing today, Vanessa?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos.
You know VP?
Vanessa Perez.
Eh?
Vice President. Vice President. Oh, Vanessa Perez.
Vice president, right?
Yes.
Are you the vice president of your company? Do you smoke vape? Vape.
No.
The first two letters of your name and the first two letters of your last name. Vape. You know how many people smoke that vape, that hookah shit? Imagine if we solve their problem. It's easy to solve their problem because the government haven't been able to solve it. Simple. You know how easy it is to solve that problem? Huh? Why let vaping stores open up?
Yeah.
Huh?
There's a lot.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Even in our property.
I
All over the place. Right? So the government is part of the what? Part of the fucking problem. Let me shut up. Next. Let's let them do their thing. Creating value through relationships, Vanessa. Let's talk about creating value through relationships, right? How you doing, first of all, today?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Espiritualmente, spiritually, mentalmente, mentally, físicamente, physically, emocionalmente, emotionally, financieramente, financially. El que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Who not lead to serve, not deserve to lead.
Let's talk about creating value through relationships. Networking with a giving mindset. Once again, networking with a giving mindset. Why? Because we create business or real estate opportunities that help build our network, right? For you to build your network, you gotta network with a giving mindset. Because the secret to living is what? Giving, right? So when you approach relationships by focusing on how you can help others, it creates a foundation of trust and mutual support. For those people that do not know how to win friends and influence people, that's your fucking problem. When you approach relationships, you approach it from what can I get from others instead of what can I give others. When you approach relationships on a giving perspective instead of a fucking taking perspective, your whole life is going to change. That's my secret. All I do is give without expecting anything in return. You know why? Because even if that person doesn't give me shit, at least I know I gave without expecting. And guess what God does? I give to 99 people. God sends me one person, Sam. That be like that, Sam. Carlos, here's X amount. That's blessings, guys. Because so work. Nothing. Work, but I work with faith. If you talk to 10 people, and 10 people, literally out of 10, 80-20 rule. That's why you got to understand the 80-20 rule. If you want to interview 10 people, Manny, literally, if your closing rate sucks, even if it sucks, you could close 2 people. Unless you're a Carlos, which I proved it to you, Manny. Out of every 10 people, 9.5 I close. The one I don't want to close is because I don't want to deal, with in the future with the bounce back, them customers that you could convince them, but they'll drain you and they'll just squeeze the orange. That even if you made $1, they'll literally make you negative $99. You never met people like that? That all they want to do is just get. And notice that when people think that you made $1, they go into their feelings.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, if you open a business, a store, I'll be the first one supporting you. If you're selling an item for $100, right? I'm not going to ask you for a discount. If I'm your boy, your brother, I'm going to tell you, yo, charge me $200 just to bless your business and to bless you. Because if I bless your business, I'm blessing God and I'm blessing these people, starting with the leader. And if I bless the leader's blessing others. And to me, what you sow is what you reap. So creating value through relationships. That's how I create value, through relationships, right? My question to you, Vanessa, is how does a giving mindset in relationships create lasting connections?
Okay, when you create value and you build a relationship, you have to start like in genuine consistency. Like, if you start a conversation with someone, you have to be listening. so many people, they like to listen, like they like to listen to them, because when you listen to them, they feel more comfortable. Like, I'm kind of person to like talk. I know I like talk, but I know most of the people, they like to listen to them.
You like talking?
Yeah, I like to talk. But at the same time, when you stop to listen to them, they feel comfortable to you. But at the same time, they feel like they can trust you, because it's like when you call someone for her name, like, I know I have problems sometimes, I forgot the name, but when you start the conversation with someone, they feel comfortable, but at the same time, because you pay attention to what they say. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, and also what I can say.
In other
too,
words, she's trying to say when you make people feel heard and understood, they feel more comfortable, speaking to you because you make them feel important, right? Especially when you remember people's name. That's why when I meet a person, the first thing I say, hey, how you doing? My name is Carlos. That way I can make them feel comfortable. What's your name, brother, sister? And then I do this, my respect. That's literally my initial thing. And I basically focus on people's strength. And then I praise them on their strength without kissing ass. Because a lot of people, they don't know how to do that. A lot of people, they just ass kisser, lambones. You get me? And when you're an ass kisser or a lambone and you don't know how to praise, your praise might look like you're dick riding another man or another woman. So you got to watch out how you praise, especially men praising a female. A lot of men, they think that praising a female that you don't know from the day that you meet her is how you're going to get her. No, motherfucker. You dumb fuck. Let me shut up. You tell a woman, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous. She going to look like you, like you're her fucking fan. She going to treat you like a fucking a fan because you're putting her in a pedestal.
Yes.
Right? You got to know how to do that shit, bro. See, Carlos know how to make his ones want him. Es mentira. Eh?
Yep.
I don't chase. I attract. Fuck, I look like chasing. If you chase money, you chase pussy. Straight up. Money has 3 stages. You got to know how to get it. You got to know how to keep it. You got to know how to grow it. Forget about keeping it. Forget about growing it. Focus on getting it. Because we're getting the money. That's where your fucking problem. People's problem is in the initial first step. They think getting money's time is money. No, motherfuckers. With money, you can buy people's time. With money, you can make money. Or if you want the biggest flex, with an idea, you could literally close it, turn it into money. See, we could close the distance between an idea and money. That's what makes us in this organization successful.
Carla, I have a question.
What's your question, Vanessa?
How you build relationship like so strong? Because I see like female and male, it's like I can see you very like deep in the relationship.
First of all, when you understand your network is your net worth, you get me? That means to me, that's priceless. Because relationship is a currency, right? Contacts are contracts. Remember, strangers make you rich. So when you understand how to win friends and influence people, if people like you, they get to know you and they trust you, they'll do business with you. People do business with people that like, know, and trust. If people like you, right, and they listen to you, they'll what? They'll do business with you, right? So I make sure I build rapport. Whoever doesn't know what the word rapport means, in Spanish, rapar,
No,
in the
it's not.
personal,
No,
right?
no, it's not like
Rapar
that.
means fuck. I'm
No, but
serious.
it's not
But in
like
English,
that.
that's how you can see. My favorite words are like acid, an asset a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. I said to myself in business, an asset a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. In another word, if I focus an asset in the business, I was going to be able to what? Make money while I was asleep, right? And then in my personal level, I said, if I get an asset a day, I'm going to have a Rolodex of options. It's crazy. Everywhere I go, I get compliments. It's crazy. That's why I like being by myself. Today, I was getting a shake, in the gym. And I'm like, damn, I'm a lucky ass man. I don't know why females fucking just gravitate to me. They look at me like I'm from a different planet. And I'm here, you get me? And I get compliments from men too. It's crazy. But it feels good. And that's going to answer your question, right? How do I basically connect with people? Simple. First, you got to become a good networker. The minute you understand how to network, something's going to happen. You're gonna get into their proximity. When you get into people's proximity, right? Their orbit, whatever you wanna call it. Not a male orbiter, but you know what I mean. You gotta get into their zone, right? You gotta basically, without chasing them, you gotta put yourself in a position where you become a value creator. If you become the most valuable person and that person feels that you don't need them, right? Like a woman in the personal level. As a man, if you basically give her that energy that you don't need her pussy, or that you just genuinely want to provide value to her, you genuinely, want to just connect, and do your godly purpose, she'll basically gravitate to you in the personal. But in the business, it's just becoming so valuable in any man or female's life that they're just going to want to basically, do business or be around, or just simply see the value in you overall. Like, they'll see you as an asset. I like being seen as a person that what you see is what you get from day -0, right? Judge the book by its cover, but when you open that book has a lot of wisdom, knowledge, experience that could impact your life. So it's up to you to judge the messenger or pay attention to the message. Because I built connections with people by telling them the truth. Because we live in a world where there's a lot of people that are not authentic. They're not their genuine self. So when you're genuine with others, when you're genuine with yourself, real with yourself, bold, you could get to do the same thing with others. They're going to feel it. It's an energy. I don't know if it makes sense, right? So I bring that energy to rooms. You got me? You throw me on the wolves, I'll lead the pack. Because I'm going to bring something, awareness, where I'm going to go against the grain. Because I'm not going to be monkey see, monkey do. That's how I build a rapport, by being different. To wrap this up with you, Vanessa, building long-term connections. That's what I do. Providing value in relationships fosters loyalty, respect, and a strong network of support. Why are relationships essential in building and sustaining value, Vanessa? Why are relationships essential in building and sustaining value?
Okay, when you create like very good relationship and long term. How
I don't like good relationships. That's average.
No,
good is average. Why? See, that's why people don't connect. Because you give people the bare minimum. I don't go give people the bare minimum. I give people the mile, the extra mile, and go beyond. When we see in business, one thing that helped me stand out in business overall is that if you price is what people pay for the value they're gonna get. But guess what? I'm gonna over deliver. That's the secret, over delivering. If it makes sense. On anything you do, you gotta over deliver. Especially on my craft, on my passion, which is business. I have to over deliver. When you over deliver, people, wow, I was not expecting that. He got me. He gave me more than I thought. Automatically, you're gonna build more connections with people. I'd rather be used than use others. That's crazy. Because I talk a lot about leveraging.
Yeah, but at the same time,
I'm just good at using people's skills, their talents.
You say you like the people use you, but I'm not sure you like to like someone use you, because
of course I let people use me.
Yeah,
I want people to use me.
Really?
Yes, that's the point of life. The point of life is for people, others, to see the talent that you have, the gifts you have, and you're supposed to give it to them, and that's how they use you. Serious. See, that's where people have that misunderstanding. They don't understand that the secret to living is giving. You have to give, and without expecting anything in return. If you give expecting something in return, I'm gonna put it like that. Even in all my businesses, if a customer will go to my business and say, I need a phone or need something, and they didn't have the money, and I genuinely saw that they needed it, I'll give it to them. And I'll tell them, hey, pay whenever you want to pay. You know what used to happen? They used to pay the price plus more. Okay, they didn't give it in the moment, but they saw how genuine, how raw, how authentic I was willing to work with them. You got me? If I knew a person didn't have all the money, you got me, to pay for something, I'll figure something out. Maybe, I'll break even. Hey, take it the same price, and you giving me the profit and payment plan. I didn't tell them that was my profit. You know what I mean? But I used to tell them, just give me, later on, I'll make them a payment plan or something.
Yeah, because you understand her.
Yeah, because I'm all about, instead of me having the inventory sitting down, I'd just rather give it. So it's the same thing. If I know something that could benefit a brother or sister, why not give it to them? Your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. You be around 5 broke people, you be number
I'm gonna
6.
be number 6.
You be around 1 rich person,
I'm gonna be
you're gonna be the
6.
average of that.
Yes.
Right? Because all you gotta do is the average in 2. Right?
Yes.
Right? So if you're around a billionaire, your net worth is minimum 500 millions.
Yes.
You're
something
the average.
like-
You gotta divide that into 2, baby.
Yes.
Right? That's why I said to myself, let me help the richer get richer. Richer.
Wait,
Do
more
you
and
know a
more.
richer? Do you know a rich? Let's help rich get richer.
Yeah,
And let's help rich
you
get that
have
richer
more-
milli.
more opportunity.
You got me? I'd rather be that person.
Yeah.
Hey guys, shout out to that episode that we did. Why we gotta have people that are rich get richer. Look for that episode here in CMR Podcast.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna love it. You see how now we could come back and reflect on other episodes that we did and give people more clarity? We're multiplying ourselves.
You know, Carlos, how you say like create value and build relationship. You know, now I understand when you say like, Vanessa, what value do you bring to the table?
Always
Before-
be helping people.
Yeah, before I didn't know like what is
The
me,
best
like-
sales strategy, and sorry to cut you off, is helping.
Yeah, and you say, Vanessa, you have to record, you have to like do your knowledge you have. You know, now I understand because I know the mindset what I have and the mindset what I.
Now
No,
you
I haven't.
understand that every episode that you do with me, you're leveraging my experience, my
Okay.
expertise, right? And you're able to multiply not just yourself, but also me while we create, you obviously work on our personal brand while creating value, leaving a legacy, right? We're able to deliver value. Because believe it or not, in today's modern world, people, they would rather have, believe it or not, even though they don't admit it or they don't know that, people are now slowly understanding that if they don't personal develop themselves, self-educate themselves, and look for the information, they'll stay ignorant.
Yes.
Because if they depend on the traditional system to basically give them the information, guess what the government and the traditional system and the churches
No, they're gonna
and
be
the
like
churches,
same place.
these spiritual leaders, man, you should have gave that scenario of what the church did to you guys today. That the pastor was not leading by example. At the end, I'm gonna give you a minute so you could give your story of why these churches, right, are literally, instead of basically attracting people, they're scaring away the manis of the world,
Yes, sir.
right? These pastors, spiritual leaders, are not leading by example. The way they dress, right, Manny? The way their body looks, right? Bringing politics to religion, right, Manny? No, it came out better from you because you said that he was looking like a dinosaur, that you couldn't even comprehend the message. That's messed up, Manny. Vanessa, to wrap this up with you, why you need to become a value creator. Tell the world. Go
Okay.
her camera so I can take my jacket off.
Okay, why you have to become value creators is very easy. You know, I decide to create my own business and I decide to create value for someone else. My podcast is Lucy Sombra. I create value for all the women that want to become business owner. And I want it
Or investors.
or invested, but I want it, you know, because I was before in the position I didn't understand about business, and I know outside it's like so many women they don't understand. They can cheat, or they can come to become business owner and investor too. You know, because I was before in the place, but now I understand. See, you become the person. See, you like development yourself. You can do it, and this is my part in my podcast. Like bring knowledge of them.
See, Vanessa, I recommended her a book, and I recommend you guys, the world, this book too. It's called My Personal MBA. If it makes sense. That book will teach you more about business than any Yale, Harvard, college, university, you got me, institution, whatever the heck you want to call the university, tradition, because it's still part of the traditional corporate education.
Yes,
You got me?
sure.
Still part of the matrix, you know, rat race, higher level education.
You know,
if it makes sense.
Before I leave, I know what you say because this book I learned.
It breaks it down, value creation.
Yeah, like value creation,
Perceive
marketing,
value-
event, like sell. It's like so many things. I guess. Oh my god! I
Just in
didn't
value
know.
creation, that book, Explaining Value Creation. Whoever haven't read that book also around me, I recommend you guys buy that book today. So matter of fact, put that book on the description
bio.
so people could go and buy it if it makes sense.
Yeah.
My personal MBA.
Excellent book.
Excellent book. And it's not the Morning Basketball Association. Shout out to Sam and the Morning Basketball Association.
Okay,
Right? When I said we're gonna do the NBA Fitness Club, these guys got scared. They're like, "Yo, you taking my name?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, bro? NBA never broke again." Es mentira. Or National Basketball Association Fitness Club coming soon to an area near you. I can't do this by myself. We all need this. We all need modern basketball court that we could create content, highlights, which they go viral. Shout out to D Love. So he was playing basketball today. He was whooping ass today. He was on fire. Yeah. And today I was literally ass. Sam, he was on fire. Bro, he was on fire, bro. Shout him out, bro.
Shout out Delos.
Yo, he was on fire, bro.
Yeah, he can shoot.
Bro,
Shoot or shoot.
bro, I was shooting bricks, Sam.
It's all right.
Bro,
It's always
shout out
tomorrow.
to Mars, brick by brick. He was supposed to bench training me. But I'm going to tell you something, Sam. Reflecting, you know what that happened to me? Today, I was not supposed to play basketball. Yesterday, I was supposed to go do something, right? That I want to do this. The Botox here,
Okay.
I tell you to the world. One of my ex did it for me,
Okay.
right? And it worked. Because I do this. You got me? But I have a long time. I don't do that. I did it once and shit. So I was supposed to do that, right? This week, twice. And I reschedule because I have business stuff, meetings, da. And shout out to Manny for coming late, which he's heard the call. Right, Manny? Right? You're proof, bro. When they called me up. Shout out to that place, the spa. I don't know what's the name of the spa. So making a long story short, today I was not supposed to play basketball. Because, you know, when you do that procedure, you need 24 hours.
Got it.
You can't sweat and all that. And there was a few things why I was not supposed to, right? Because I'm putting my body as my priority, even on the weekends. So I started now switching my workouts and treating the weekends like a regular weekday, right? But during the weekends, due to the schedule change in the gyms, which NBA Fitness Club is going to be every day open at the same time, closing at the same time. Why people, yo, bro, I don't like weekends, bro. I don't like weekends, bro. Weekends are days for the week. Once again, weekends are the days for the week. Think about it. Weekends, high achievers, we don't like weekends. Because what are weekends, bro?
Things are closed. You
Bro,
can't get business done.
Bro, I'm not the type to go to a mall, to a place when the shit is busy. I'm the type to go to a mall when it's like empty. That's my type of personality. You get me? When I go a day that is busy, believe it or not, I'll attract 1 billion people. But when I go the days that are not busy, I feel relieved, bro. Because I don't know. I feel like I bring energy to rooms and I feel like people drain my energy, low key. I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
So when I go to a place, since I'm a value creator, you know, a lot of people, I'm not saying that they're not value creators, but as a chosen one, God sends me to people's life. And it's like, you know, my battery be at 1 trillion. And it goes down as people, you know, there's a lot of,
day goes by.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I still keep it high. That's why I bring it at 1 trillion.
Right.
Because I never want to have my energy at 100. 100, that's average. And most people, they wouldn't never even make it to 100. Their energy is at 3, 2.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm tired. I'm good. I'm okay. I wonder if when they fuck their bitches, if they be like, oh, okay, I'm good. Hey, with that low vibration. They vibrate low. You want me to tell you a secret to attracting female?
Go ahead. Tell me
Be
a
high
secret.
energy.
Yeah.
Low key. And I'm the opposite, bro, probably even in sex, bro. Females think I'll have all that fucking energy that I have. I'm gonna lay back. I'm like, you come do your shit, girl. It's better. Letting a woman do their thing is better than you doing your thing. So there, I'm not a giver. Just kidding. You have to win-win, guys. You got me? Make sense?
Makes sense.
But going back, man, I'm not here talking about my personal life, but I'm just trying to bring value.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
We entertain these fuckers.
Yes.
Right? You gotta be yourself.
Yes.
Because most people they think I'm a fucking robot, bro.
Do they?
Nah, they don't think that, but you know, most people think that successful people are robots.
Oh, yes, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
They think that
They
they're
do.
perfect,
They do.
professional. Guys, the smarter the person is, the more a person has, believe it or not, they're not smart. Most successful people are not smart, bro. You know what makes them smart? Their ability to use other people's genius level.
Yeah.
Experience. I'm serious.
Yeah, smart, yeah.
Think about it. They're leveraging other people's effort, other people's experience, other people's resource, other people's this, other people's that. Look at Jack Ma. Look at Jeff Bezos. Look at Elon Musk. Elon Musk could barely talk. Shout out to Manny. Manny could talk better than Elon Musk. As a matter of fact, Manny has a better body than Elon Musk. Elon Musk got titties. He's literally a walking man with titties. Straight up. Right? But I'm not bringing Elon Musk down. Huh? A what? A bro? Man, Trump will fucking... Elon is on a roll right now, giving $1 million a day.
Trying.
Now, he's not trying. Bro, people at the top, we don't try because you're one of them.
I mean, he's doing what he's
Bro,
supposed
he's
to do.
literally... He got that money. You see, that's the power of delayed gratification. That $55 billion that they didn't even want to pay him, right?
They paid him.
They paid him, but they didn't want to pay him. But delayed gratification. What you rather have? 55 billions long term, because you know the results you're gonna bring in that time, or you rather get paid a paycheck short term to make a living? Elon Musk is the perfect example of a man that practices what he preaches: delayed gratification.
He bet on himself.
Make sense?
Yeah.
See, I live by delayed gratification too. That's why equity is the name of the what? Of the game.
Yeah.
Everything I do, equity. Because I could literally, it makes sense? Well, Sam, to wrap this up with you and give you more thing, why you need to become a value creator. It was number 5, right? 6, adopting a value mindset. Adopting a value first mindset. Thinking long term over short term gains.
Yes.
Right? Which I gave the example too.
Yes.
A value first mindset looks beyond immediate rewards, focusing on sustainable success and contribution. My question to you is, how does a value first mindset lead to sustainable success?
All right. A value first mindset leads to sustainable success because, like you just said, you're going to realize right away you have to delay gratification. It's not even an option. When you're thinking value first, if you do what's going to be immediate gratification, it's going to be short term and it's not going to be of value, of long-term value, because it can't, because most things that are of value takes time. It has to actually play out. Like even when you're investing in a property, I meet people and they want to make so much money from day one where you buy the property. It takes time, right? You gotta see the vision of the property. When you buy it, it may be set up one way, but if you have the vision and you're thinking of the value that it can create, you're thinking of, all right, in 5 to 10 years, 15 years, what will this property be? So you buy it in a location that right at the moment, it may not be the best location, but you have a vision.
That's why you gotta be a vision-driven leader.
You have a vision and you have a belief that, all right, this in 5, 10, 20, 30 years is going to be a great location. I'm going to be able to do certain things to the property to add value to it. And then that's how you get that value delayed. It's not going to be right away. And then especially with real estate, you're using tax advantages and things like that. If you got a property that you have tenants in, you're not even paying down the debt. The tenant's paying down the debt. So you got...
Or your dream car.
Right,
a lot of people don't know their dream car.
You use the car as an asset.
Why buy a Honda when you can buy a Rolls Royce?
Right, rent it out. Let somebody else pay down the debt. And
which we're going to do that.
Right? And then at least in a car like that, typically will hold its value. And in real estate, it's going to appreciate in value. So you have somebody else paying down your debt while the value is going up. You're getting that equity. And then in 10, 15, 20 years, property is paid off. And then you get that value.
My question to you is, because this is perfect thing, adopting a value first mindset, thinking long-term over short-term gains. I said a value first mindset looks beyond immediate rewards, focusing on sustainable success and contribution. Based on our relationship, how we started and all that, how can you see my approach to creating value? Let's say you see me and you. Because I did it with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do it with a lot of people.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
And why do I bring that up? It's not to throw things in people's face, but it's because we could do the same thing with others.
Yes.
And because what you sow is what you reap.
Yeah. So the way that you saw it, like from the beginning, you were like, all right, you saw the vision or you saw the potential, whatever you want to say, of how you could bring value first.
Yes.
Right? How you could add value first. And obviously, then that gets reciprocated. If you invest in somebody or you see a vision of somebody and they actually meet that potential, the byproduct is that you're going to be enriched as well. Right? But you're giving, like you said, you want to give without expectations. And I think that's really, for me at least, that's why originally I was like, all right, I want to work with her. I want to do something because it was just like you said, it's genuine. Most people, they're not genuine. They're thinking about what they can get out of you. And you know, when you deal with people, you kind of feel when somebody just wants to try to take advantage of you or they just want to use you and they're not really vested in you. They're just trying to figure out what they can get out of you versus somebody who's like really trying to like pour into you and want to see you do good and want to see you level up.
And not just you. And so you can lead by example, so you can help others do the same.
Exactly.
Because we are leaders, creating leaders that are supposed to be what? Creating leaders. We're not looking for people to come work for us.
Right.
We're looking for people to come work with us, right? To instead of they want to go fast going alone, going far together.
Yeah.
In unity, one.
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Absolutely.
Right?
100%, yeah.
So going back, creating an impact beyond yourself, right? True value creation is about leaving a positive impact that benefits others and builds a legacy. Once again, true value creation is about leaving a positive impact that benefits others and builds a legacy. That's what we're doing, bro.
Yeah.
We're building a legacy, believe it or not. You got me? We see a lot of people might think we're doing this for fame, for attention. Nah, we day trading attention, but it's not the attention that people think. You got me? We're not looking for that. Bro, I would have been famous right now if I would have won attention. Not all attention is good attention.
Right.
You got me? Shout out to the Jasmine. Jasmine, somebody hit her up with a podcast, if it makes sense. But we're gonna do a podcast to discuss like a video reaction on that topic to bring awareness just to female, but also to the male too. Because there's people that they trading attention, but the type of attention that they're trading, it's like money. Yeah. Not all money is good money.
Right.
Right? Not all attention is good attention.
Yes.
Right or wrong?
Correct.
So this is where shared value, shared mission, certain things have to be approached. Need to be, if it makes sense.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? So success is not measured by what you get, but what you give. Once again, that's why I measure my success, but by how many people I could impact, how many people I could help. You got me? I always have said, you can look at videos of all my past. I always said, my success is measured by how many people I'm able to impact, if blessed, in a positive way, right? Tipping somebody, okay, you could tip them. That's instant gratification. You got me? You could get their attention in the moment, right? But I give them a different type of tip, the truth. Because the truth sets people free. It might make them miserable when they're in fear zone or comfort zone, but they're going to reflect on that truth. Maybe not now, maybe a week, a month, a year, or when God sends them that lesson, they're going to reflect and remember, wow, if I would have listened to that kid that told me the truth, this shit wouldn't happen to me.
Right.
You know how many people in my past, have basically told me, and they come back, if it makes sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Right?
Yeah.
So, what else, Sam, can you tell before I wrap this up with who I was going to wrap this up with? Giandy, measuring and growing your impact. Because he's measuring and growing his impact now. Giandy has Esteban. You got me? He has 2 Mannies. He has Angel. He has, I forgot who else. You got me? But he's a young guy.
Impacting
you got me?
Yeah.
If it makes sense. So obviously, teamwork makes the dream work. At the end of the day, slowly but surely, he's building his portfolio.
Yes.
He doesn't know it 100%, but he's building his portfolio. Because it's better to have 1% of 100 businesses than 100% of one business.
Exactly.
So if it's simple, just to put in simple terms, 5 businesses, He's helped 5 people accomplish their dream by helping them leverage our resources so they can have a voice also. They're going to have a platform in the Wealth Map Summit and a chance to own 1%. You got me? Because you don't know if he does 100 people, but one of his people does 100 people, he's benefiting from all those people as well. It might sound like a fucking scam, but bro, it's not a fucking scam. If you think that's a scam, you're still confused about money. You're still confused about business. You're still confused about creating value, right? We're leaders, creating leaders that are supposed to be what? Creating leaders. We're putting people in a position to what? Empower. We're not putting people in a position job. Jeff Bezos and all these guys, yeah, their flex is, I created X amount of jobs. Our flex, we created X amount of leaders.
Yeah.
Mentira.
Mentira.
Mentira means is it a lie?
Yes.
To wrap it up, Sam, what else can you say?
I think you put it beautifully. You know, at the end of the day, you really want to leave a legacy, leave an impact, and it's going to be how you affected others, how many leaders you helped create, how many people you helped accomplish their dreams, and eventually that's what's going to be counted, and that's what's most important.
Helping people find their purpose is priceless. There's a lot of people are lost, bro. And it hurts me, like deep inside, it hurts me when I see a brother or a sister not maximize their potential due to the fact that they think that going to a job, J-O-B, just over broke, which is literally taking a third of their day. They don't have time to personal develop themselves. I've been blessed to become a thinker. And I said, hey, hold up. I'm a personal develop myself.
Yes.
I'm going to take time to read, write, meditate, pray, an attitude of thankfulness with God, not asking God for the dream home, the dream car, becoming the person, doing the stuff in order to have the stuff. And that airplane, hey, it's your plane too. Because that one thing about me, you're going to notice, I don't own anything, don't want to own anything. That's why I love the gym, because I love sharing, because sharing is caring. I love it when people approach me in the gym and ask me how many more sets. I tell them, you could jump in?
Yeah, hop in, yeah.
Oh my God, and I don't know, for some reason, women's ask me a lot. Vanessa's proved that women's come and ask me, like, hey, are you using this machine?
Or yours.
Bro, I'm like, you could use it, girl. More power to you. That feels good, bro.
It's good, bro.
Bro, that's a good feeling. You get me?
Right.
But to wrap it up with you, bro, what else do you want to tell the world? One last thing that could impact people, bro, when it comes to this topic. Why you need to become a value creator. Because I see the value in you, right? I believe that you're not simply Sam the realtor, Sam the investor. You're a man that literally are going to be able to help not people just get their first home in the organization because they could leverage our money. Oh, you see, Sam? Do they need money to buy their home? No. They could leverage our money, right? My money's your money. Your money doesn't have to be my money, but my money is your money. So if you got a man or a woman that needs money to buy a house, hey, I'm here.
All right.
I'm serious, right?
Yeah, so I think I'll just take that. So if you are a person who's looking to get a property or looking to become an investor and money is an issue and you really have a drive for this and this is something that you want, reach out to me directly. I'll do everything I can to help you accomplish your dream of owning a property. That's my mission, and I'm here to help.
Don't worry about credit. Don't worry about proof of income.
We'll get it done.
Mentira. And one flex, Sam, that I'm going to leave you to. When it comes to dream home, let's look for a dream mansion for the organization so everybody can own a percentage. So I want everybody in this organization to say, hey, guys, being in this organization, we first of all just don't give you the wealth, the map to wealth, massive action plan to wealth, because health is wealth. We're helping you obviously overall take control of your mind, but you get to be part of an organization that is impacting billions of people worldwide, at least through, everybody's own individual podcast, but also doing public speaking on the Wealth Map Summit all over the world. But we also are going to have our own corporate business jet as an organization, right? And at the end of the day, if it's material things, there's going to be abundance because God literally will reward on any man or female anything they want as long as they do things with a good intention for others, right? I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. Probably I'm going a little too crazy, right?
Yeah, you said
but that airplane, that belongs to everybody. Think about it, guys. We're going to need that plane to go to Indiana, to not simply to go check out those properties, you got me? But to bless other people overall. Bring the Wealth Map Summit to Indiana or different parts of the world. I don't know if it makes sense. Wouldn't you want to basically see the people, maybe in New York, that you grew up with, you go there as a leader, wanting to create leaders, bringing that impact there?
Of course, it's one of my dreams to go back to the towns and just not simply flex on them, but giving them hope. Because in the city,
if you did it, they could do it.
Of course, in the city, to me, is like I was born in a city where it's pity, but also there's talent everywhere in New York. Like you'll go to any block, you'll see somebody trapping, you'll see somebody with a guitar in the train station. Like there's so much talent, but they don't maximize their potential.
They need us,
and we need them.
People perish because of lack of vision. Proverbs 29:18. But also people perish because of lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. What people don't know is keeping them poor. You know what they don't know? Huh?
What?
They could leverage us. Leverage us. Why not leverage other people's experience, other people's character? If your character, bro, if you got a weak character, surround yourself around people with a strong character, so your character could level up. Because a lot of motherfuckers don't got no integrity. Like that big doofy fucking fuckboy. He thought he was gonna come say he got next. Like, nigga, we got next. And Yandy's here saying, they're saying they got next. We don't need to explain shit because we don't complain shit. We got next. That's it. There's no talk. Let's never argue with people. Understand the best way to argue is to walk away, give them that silent treatment, and let them suck that fucking silence. And if they try to come across, nigga, do not fucking touch me. Because I'll pop a nigga 2 seconds. When I'm in that vibration, I gotta switch mentally. There's literally like, you see that camera there? And that's the distance the motherfucker gotta be away from me. If it makes sense. Because every time you let a motherfucker like think that you're gonna talk, you never know what those people are gonna do. Make sense? Make sense or doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
So sometimes as a talker, communicator, problem solver, that doesn't work. Not in the street. Not in the street. I don't know if that makes sense.
Gotta know where you at and how to move
right?
where you at.
In the street, nah, nigga. Another day we could talk. Not today. Because you're hot and I'm hotter.
Guy's a clown, yo. So impact over income.
To wrap this up, measuring and growing your impact. Measuring and growing your impact. Impact over
income.
Es mentira.
No.
Track your value and contributions. I'm telling you, so you can replay this. Track your value and contributions. Regularly assess how you're contributing value in your work and relationships to ensure continuous growth. See, now you have hope on a different level. Think about it, right? You got all these guys, right? Now, you got to basically engage these guys. Now they're hitting like, look at Mars. Hey, I want to record ta. That's good. Before we were telling Mars, you got to record content every week. Now these guys are fucking, hey, I want to record. Because they see the what?
The growth and the impact.
They see the value. At first, people walk by what they
see.
Now they walk by faith. Because now they see the vision is bigger than them. Now they see that it's just not CMR Podcast Network. It's brick by brick. It's day one. It's ta. It's Capital Games. Notice that every podcast has its own individual vision, unique stuff, unique guests. You got me? Its own target audience. In Capital Games, that podcast, he's talking about, obviously, investments, entrepreneurship, leadership, anything that has to do with assets, right? Anything that has to do with money, capital, right? How to get money, how to keep money, how to grow money, right? Anything that has to do with any games when it comes to money, right? Because the money game there's a trillion ways on how to score. Not like basketball, 2s and 3s. In the money games, you could literally get to $1 million a trillion ways. There's not a number that you could literally, one way that just to get to $1 million. Serious. That's why when people talk about money, like, oh, I did it like this. Like, some people, they could get to their goals unconsciously. They don't even know how they got there. Serious. Like, you want me to tell you a secret? And it was a good thing that I'm bringing this up in this podcast. I literally got to those levels without even knowing it, bro. You know why? I focus on value creation. I focus on just creating value. But for me to create value, I had to learn the skill sets. Sales, this, negotiation. You know, a lot of skill sets. Man, I was sharpening my skill sets. Even though I sold to probably a trillion people, I really feel straight up, I'm one of the best salesmen alive. Because I know how to sell myself. Mentira! Look, I just sold myself. Who the fuck does this? Nobody. Only a crazy motherfucker like myself. Before somebody called me crazy, I call myself crazy. Shout out to Crazy. What's his name?
Oh, Frazee.
Frazee.
That's my guy. He gotten less crazy over time.
So I
showed
said
progress.
Crazy.
He showed
Shout out
progress.
to Frazee. Frazee was a little crazy when I first fucking met him. Didn't I tell you about Frazee to give him time? Huh?
Correct.
Huh? How many times I was even gonna clash with Frazee?
It happens.
But you see, now we respect each other. You get me?
Because he grown.
He grown.
He got my
You get
respect.
me?
I told him.
He got my respect too. But that's the thing. See, I don't look for problems, but I'm not afraid of problems. I respect all, fear none. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, respect all, fear none.
Huh? Well, you see, now it's his sign. We could help him. And I know we're going to be able to help him and not simply help him. Help is average. We're going to be able to impact his life. That's different. You got me?
So now I'll leave it at your hands. He texted in the group chat. He said, I had a good call. I had a good conversation with him over the phone and also the group chat. You said create a group chat. So I did, but I spoke with him first because I don't like simply bringing people to you without having something aligned with them. You know what I mean? I don't want to waste your time, no, let alone their time. So I like to build rapport with them and then.
Bro, I'm
bridge.
so good at looking at messages that I don't even look at my messages. I live a life in the moment, instant. I don't even look at emails unless, hey, I sent you that email, sent. Now, I literally delegate everything. Somebody for ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Like, I'm generally doing, bro, I don't even know the passwords to my phones. I'm dead ass. If it's alarm locks, or I do this unconsciously. I don't even know the password to the thing. Norman, I'm serious. I'm one of those. People think I'm smart. Like, I'm not a smart guy. I'm just an idiot with a plan. And I'm just a person that literally works through my subconscious mind. You see how you do things? You see how you breathe without thinking? I do things like that. It's just, I'm one of those because I'm willing to just fail forward. I'm just willing to take da-da-da-da-da. Make sense? But to wrap this up, track your value and contributions. How can tracking your contributions help you grow as a value creator?
When you track your contributions, it helps you grow as a value creator because sometimes you may get discouraged because the goal hasn't got there yet. But if you look back and say, oh, I've done this progress, I made it thus far, it's like you fuel yourself. You give yourself that battery when the battery is low. So it's like you refueling yourself, you recharging yourself in a way.
You see, when you talk to people, you could create content here through StreamYard.
Yeah.
We have all the things set up. So they could be on a Zoom, and it's better doing it like that for content for day one and things like that. So that's content for you, where you being recorded. But we also got the leaders creating leaders. Let's say you sit down with Mars and Manny, right? As a leader, now you can create content, creating leaders that are supposed to be what? Be creating leaders. So all these guys are supposed to be what? Doing the same thing, helping another man accomplish their dream, right? Because they're also investors like us, right? Make sense or doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
Right? You help a brother grow, that growth comes back to you multiplied. Mark my word. Make sense or doesn't make sense? Right? So growing your impact. Aim to increase the impact of your contributions, expanding your reach and influence over time. Why is it important to continuously expand the impact of your work?
It's important to continuously increase the impact of your work because you got to stay consistent. Like how you said, if you impact one individual and he impacts others, at least even if the guy, something happens, at least you know you impacted him. So that came from your lineup. For example, you've impacted me, and now I am in a position to impact others. Look at JR, Manny, Manuel, that he was here. He reminded me so much of my cousin, the one that I did the podcast with him. And it's like Manny just got 11 months home from prison, and his testimony, if we're able to impact him, you don't know how many of the lives he could impact. Not just the age, but the experience. We all, you said, we all have our own voice, but we also all have our own experiences. And through our experiences, we could impact others.
Man, I'm backed up with all these podcasts. Like I'm backed up, like from backed up because I got a lot of things going on. Remember, I gotta focus on the overall vision, if it makes sense. And it's better late than never doing it. I don't know if it makes sense.
Of course,
right? So, making a long story short, we just want to basically pay it forward.
Of course,
our purpose is to help people accomplish their dream. That's how we impact, because it's impact over income. We are in the transformation business, not the transaction business, right?
Amen to that.
Right? We chase the vision. The money's going to follow, because money is a byproduct of value creation, right? And that's how we get our fulfillment. Don't you get fulfilled when basically, you see a brother, somebody, transform their life?
Of course.
Forget about change their life. Like I'm talking about go from rags to riches, because a lot of people think going from rags to riches is monetary. It's the person you become. The person you become is more important than the things you get. The dream home, dream car, all that shit, once you get it, that's going to be like pussy, straight up. You got me? You get it, and then, okay, I got it, boom, okay.
Cheap dopamine.
Right?
It don't
cheap dopamine, right? Like food, right? So
100%.
Now, how you're going to feel now a different type of fulfillment, right? Because your vision is getting light, right? But it's because you have faith. Because what you sow is what you reap. It's like a tree. You planted a seed, right? Which is helping other people accomplish their dreams, right? Now you're watering that seed, right? And automatically, the minute you help them, you're helping yourself. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Make sense? Equity is the name of the game, right? Even though there's also instant gratification in the process, but equity is the name of the game. And right now, we're in a position to now also invest into others, right? We first started investing into ourselves. We started then day trading attention. Now we could invest in others. Right. I've been doing it, but I'm saying now you also. Well, if you're around me, you could do that from day -0. The thing is, most people, they still don't understand the whole game. That the whole game is called leverage. Leverage, you got me? Put it like that. In this organization, I'll promise you by next year, whoever gets into the organization, bro, first of all, he who pays attention. But it's going to be, we're not going to make it easy. Because we're going to make sure there's OQP, only quality people, right? And only quality people to me means people that genuinely want the best for others as bad as they want to breathe. It's not just what you're getting. I personally don't want to deal with people what's in it just for them. What's in it for me? Bro, it's a win-win for everybody. But how can we help others win? Automatically, if you think, how can you give others? All that blessing is going to come 10 times fold. You give, you're going to get it 10 times more. Straight up. Right? If you're not growing, you're stagnating. In another word, if you're not growing, you're dying. Right? Stay away from still people. Still what?
Still complaining.
Still in the same spot. Still what?
Doing the same thing.
Gossiping. Because there's a lot. Remember, you guys got to understand the energy chart. There's people vibrating very low. That's why I'm allergic to small talks. You're small talk, bro. Hablamos el malte. I don't want to talk about that. That's why I protect my mind like my life depends on it. Because it does. Right? With all that said, God bless everyone. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Put some negative comment. I love negative comment. You got me? I'm not going to read it anyway. I'm not going to read the positive comment nor the negative. I'm straight up. Nor positive nor negative. I would not sit down to read comments because comment is simply a comment. To me, it's not going to move my needle. Straight up. I'm serious. Now, if you bring a constructive criticism that makes sense with logic, not with emotions, not because you're butthurt. Estamos en crecimiento, no en sentimiento. We're on growth mode here, not in fucking feelings. Your feelings, shove it up your ass. You don't like the words? Hey, no problem. And ass of the day keeps the 9 to 5 away. Assay has the word ass in there. I bet you anything, if you focus on your ass, says, you'll be set. Ass set. Right? And in the personal level, focus on getting some ass. With all that said, God bless. Six-pack check. Show them your six-pack, bro. That's a six-pack check, bro. Six-pack.